Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope you all had a nice weekend. Now, some of you may have seen, if you follow my daily videos, I had a wedding at the weekend. So a big shout out to my friends Terry and Joe. Congratulations again. Beautiful day. I had an amazing time. So did everyone else. So congratulations, guys. But in the run up to the wedding, I did and for about 2 weeks about what fragrance I was going to wear. And then I whittled it down to a short list of about 10. And then I whittled it down to a short list of about 6 after. But ultimately, I went with this from Fragrance World, and it is Bavaria Man Intense. Sorry. This is boozy, vanillic, warm, sweet, spicy, with a lovely leatheriness to it as well. Very, very dapper, and I was really pleased with my choice. Lasted all day. I got some compliments as well. But the reason I did choose this one over the other 5 that I've got here is because I hadn't worn it that much, and I'm like a bit of a kid with a new toy. I had to try this, so that's why I picked this one over the 5 I'm about to show you. But these next 5 I think are absolutely perfect for an autumnal wedding. They're all super budget friendly, and you'll be smelling better than everyone else there. So we'll kick things off with an absolute legend of a clone, Afnan Tarafi Blue. This is a clone of Bulgari's Tiger. Stunning presentation that it comes in. It is a citrus aromatic fragrance. It's citric. Give it a spray because I love this stuff. Citric, musky, woodsy, fresh and powdery. It's luxurious and it is suave. It is so well rounded. There's no rough edges to this. Just make sure I put the lid on. Last time I didn't, and it came flying off at me. It's so well rounded. No rough edges at all. It's got one of the best openings to a fragrance ever, with sparkling grapefruit. It's bright. It's fresh. You've got a bit of bergamot in there as well. And then what happens is you get some lovely, subtle, sweet woodiness come through, and it's the amber combining with the woods, and it remains bright and citric the whole way out of this, whole way that you're wearing this. But towards the end, it becomes nice and powdery and very musky, kind of like, for me, it's like you've just showered in a very high-end citric and herbal soap. It's got a nice sort of soapiness to it, very clean smelling. Absolutely gorgeous. Projects really, really well for the first 3 hours off of me. I mean, like, it is bouncing off of me when I first put this on, and it lasts 6 to 8 hours. So this would have lasted the wedding, no problem at all. You would have smelled totally different than everyone else there, and you would smell better than everyone else there. This is £30 at the moment on Amazon. Absolute bargain. And that is Afnan's Tarafi Blue. Next up, bit heavier. Starmen Nebula. And again, this one's from Fragrance World. This is an absolute banger. It is a clone of Mugler's A Starman Pure Malt. This is an oriental woody fragrance. It's fruity, it's boozy, it's woodsy, and it's sweet. Great atomizer on this. It's classy, it's perfect for formal occasions. Opens up with a lovely mixed fruits, malt and whiskey, but it's not too over the top. It's not too over the top sweet from the fruits. It's not too over the top boozy from the whiskey. It's so well blended. It's a real seductive sweetness about it. It's a mature sweetness about it. It's not like the sort of modern fragrances, trying to think of one like Nitro Red or things like that, where they've added extra sweetness to make them sort of more generically pleasing. This is a grown-up sweetness to it. You then get coffee come into it, woods, vanilla, amber, and a lovely bit of musk as well on the dry down. You've got peat and patchouli, which sort of come in about halfway through, and it gives it a nice earthiness to it as well. Projects really well for the first 2 hours, and then it lasts about 8 hours overall. Leaves an absolutely incredible sillage. Very seductive, very sexy, and I'll be honest, if I was single going to the wedding, this is the fragrance I would have worn. This is £14 on Amazon. £14. Get this in your collection straight away. This is phenomenal. And that is Starmen Nebula from Fragrance World. Next up, again, another legend, Lattafa. Vintage Radio. I absolutely love this fragrance. And this is a clone of Initio Paragon. This is bright, oriental, woodsy fragrance with a lovely creaminess to it. Don't get the packaging, but it's absolutely stunning. I don't get the name either, Vintage Radio. I don't know where they got that from. But forget that. It is absolutely masterfully blended. Straight away, you're going to get juicy, fresh plums. It is mouth-watering. Honestly, with a bright bit of bergamot in there as well. Unbelievable open to this. As it dries down, you get a lovely creaminess from the lavender come through, and it mixes well with some really addictive woodsy notes in there. And then you've also got some sage in there, which gives it a kind of a slight herbal sort of twinge to it. And that runs all the way throughout, all the way to the end. And there's some oud as well. Oud just gives it a bit of substance and carries it on that fragrance that little bit longer. Not that it needs it, because it's an absolute beast mode performing fragrance. Well, it is for me anyway. Projects like an absolute mofo for the first 2 or 3 hours, and then it lasts 10, 12 hours. If you wash your clothes, if you spray your clothes, sorry, you're going to have to wash your clothes twice to get the scent out, because it lasts forever in my clothes. And this is £21.75 on Amazon at the moment. And that is Lattafa's Vintage Radio. Put that away. Next up, bit more manly, bit more grown up. Oscar de la Renta for him, or Pour Louis, which I've only just discovered because I didn't do Spanish at school. I did French, but I only just discovered that's what Pour Louis means. So it is for him. This is a clone of Chanel's Antaeus. This is a woodsy Shifa fragrance. This is uber masculine. I mean, uber masculine. Aromatic, woodsy, fresh, warm, spicy, with an addictive leveriness to it. It is a powerhouse statement maker, this. Great atomizer. Opens up sharp and herbal, with a touch of citrus in there as well. You've got ambrox in there, giving it that sort of extra freshness that you want. It warms up though. You've got anise in there, cinnamon, florals and woods, and then the leather and oak moss give it a gentlemanly elegance as well. This is more for mature gentlemen, I would say, like old farts like me. However, if you are a young Thundercat and you're a very confident young Thundercat, there's no reason you can't pull this off, because it is like I say, a real statement-making fragrance when you put this on. For me, it gives me sort of echoes of sort of Timothy Dalton's James Bond. This is the sort of fragrance I can imagine him wearing. Someone who's just confident in himself, takes no crap. That's the kind of person I would imagine wearing this sort of fragrance. 8 hours performance out of this. Good projection for the first hour to 2 hours. Leaves a really nice sillage. Class in a bottle for £21.82 at the perfume shop at the moment. And that is Oscar de la Renta, Pour Louis, or for him. And finally, now this is one that gets a lot of love from various other YouTube fragrance reviewers, and they're not wrong. CK1 Shock. Easily the best in the CK1 series. This is an oriental spicy fragrance. It's warm, it's spicy. You've got woods, aromatic, and a soft tobacco in there as well. Oh, such a great fragrance. It opens up with a sweet, earthy tobacco that is sort of so smooth and warm. It's not too over the top. There's sweetness from the clementines in this. It's almost sort of like syrup-like, but it's not too like cloying or over the top with it. It's almost got that sort of medicinal sort of opening that Zamaya's Red Carpet Paragon's got, but not as heavy. But it does have a slight medicinal opening to it. You got some fresh, clean, woodsy undertones in there, and there's cucumber as well. And I think that's what helps keep it fresher for longer. It's a really, really addictive scent, this one. The amber and tobacco creates like a bubble round yourself, and you'll be smelling it the whole time. I never go nose blind to this. I wear this and I can smell it the whole time I'm wearing it. Absolutely love it. The only trouble is it is a bit of a moderate performer. It doesn't project as well as maybe I'd like to it, but it is a high compliment factor. It does get a high compliment factor. So if you're standing close to people, so at a wedding, it probably would be good. You will get a lot of compliments wearing this, and that is CK1 Shock. $12.99 at the fragrance shop for 50ml. If you shop in Asda, you can pick up the 100ml for £25. So, do I regret wearing what I did? No. I wish I could have took all 6 really, and just a different shirt and just changed, and then just kept reapplying different fragrances, because they're all absolutely stunning. So yeah, if you've got a wedding, think about using these guys, especially this autumn. Great performers, and they're all super budget friendly. I hope this has helped. If you could like, comment and subscribe, that'd be absolutely amazing. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.